Alright, let's continue to read La Niña del Vigía. This is part 2 of 3. Una tarde el vigía. One evening, the vigía, the watchman, cruzó la calzada. He crossed that tongue of land we were talking about. He went across the path para comprar algunos provisiones, to buy some provisions. Dejando sola a su hijita, leaving alone his little daughter. The ita makes the hija turn into a little daughter. En la torre del faro, in the tower of the lighthouse. Mientras el padre, while the father, apresuraba el paso. To apresurar is to hasten, or to hurry, or to rush. Rushed his pace. Hacia el pueblo vecino, towards the neighboring village, towards the nearby town. Tres hombres de mala traza. Traza is appearance, and mala traza is of an unsavory or a rough appearance. Ocultos detrás de unas rocas. Hidden, oculto, behind some rocks. Espiaban sus movimientos. Spied or watched his movements. Eran raqueros. Translated this word as wreckers. I believe the two words are related. They were wreckers. Gente que vive del saqueo de los buques. People, folks, who live, note the singular verb, from the sacking or pillaging or looting of the ships. Que naufragan en las costas. That naufragar, that shipwreck on the coasts. Sabiendo ellos que los buques, knowing as they did, that the ships que habían de pasar aquella noche, that would have to pass by that night, se estrellarían contra los arrecifes, they would crash, that's the conditional tense, against the reefs, like coral reefs. Si el fanal no les advertía el riesgo, if the lamp of the lighthouse didn't warn them of the danger. Y que entonces tendrían ellos, and that then they, the wreckers, would have, another conditional, una buena presa. Presa is usually prey, like predator versus prey, or the act of capturing or the act of imprisoning. I translated it here as a good haul. Se propusieron, they proponerse, they made up their minds, apoderarse del vigía, to apoderar, to overtake or overpower, or to take under their power, the watchman. Llegado que hubo este a la costa, arrived that he was, this one to the coast, since that guy had, the watchman had arrived at the coast, salieron los raqueros, the wreckers came out, de su escondrijo, of their hiding place, and le derribaron al suelo, they derribared, they knocked him down to the ground. Le ataron de pies y manos, they tied him of feet and hands. Y le dejaron bajo la custodia, and they left him underneath the custody, they left him being watched by, de uno de ellos, mientras los demás, of one of them, while the others, se dirigían a la playa. Mariquita, entre tanto, esperaba impaciente. Mariquita, meanwhile, entre tanto, was waiting impatiently, la vuelta de su padre, for the return of her father. La noche se acercaba. Night drew near, became more cerca. Y había baruntos de tempestad. Barunto is a suspicion, and there were signs of a storm. Pues ya se veían las olas estrellarse, since already they were being seen, the waves to crash themselves. Contra las rocas, against the rocks. Y se oía el viento, and the wind was heard. Bramar alrededor de la torre, to roar like an animal around the tower. Dieron las 6, Literally, the 6 gave, meaning the clock struck 6. Y la niña no ignoraba. To ignorar is to be ignorant, but also to ignore. So we choose which one makes sense here. And the girl was not ignorant of, the girl was not unaware of, que pronto la marea subiría, that soon the tide would rise. Dieron las 7. The clock struck 7. Miró a la costa. She looked towards the coast. Pero no vio a su padre. In modern Spanish, the accent on the vio would be dropped. But she didn't see her father. A las 7:30, at 7:30, at 7:30, ya la marea llegaba. Already the tide was arriving. Al borde de la calzada, at the edge or the border of the footpath. Solo las cimas de las más altas rocas, only the tops of the highest rocks, se descubrían sobre el nivel del mar, were uncovered or were discovered, either one, over the level of the sea. Y muy pronto todo desapareció, and very soon everything disappeared, debajo de las turbulentas aguas, underneath the turbulent waters. Papa, papa mío, father, my father, exclamó la congojada niña, exclaimed the distressed girl. ¿Dónde estás? ¿Me has olvidado? Where are you? Have you forgotten me? This is the end of part 2, and we'll finish the story in part 3.